Bang. Hey, folks, I am Jon Najarian. That's one of my signature moves. Bang. You already know that my brother Pete has a signature phrase as well, which is giddy up. Thank you for joining us, whether you're a fan of giddy up or bang, or just want to get some unusual activity. A lot of you have been reaching out because you haven't seen us on the halftime report. Well, can't really talk about that right now, but I can say you can get this right here on Market Rebellion Television every day at 3 p.m. That's 3 p.m. Eastern. You can hear from Pete at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time as well. And with that said, let's get started with the 21st of July, 2022 unusual option activity. That is large blocks of calls that trade on the offer. We care very deeply about that because, as you're about to see, pardon me, sometimes that it means that somebody has tomorrow's newspaper today. Such was the case with AMD or even EVTL. So let's explore what the unusual option activity had uncovered for us over the past couple sessions. How about this one? This is One Medical, ONEM. You heard me talk about this one last Friday. By the way, same day that we had EVTL and AMD, I believe. But anyway, ONEM, and it might have been Monday this week, but I'm not sure. What I am sure about is that it worked rather nicely. So we talked about the 12.5 calls in September being bought, nearly 750,000 share equivalent, because, of course, every option is for 100 shares of stock. Well, so there's a screenshot of when we talked about it and what we said about it. You can go back. All of these are up on the Market Rebellion YouTube site, which means you can go there and go through them and see, yeah, these guys are pretty good. They have a lot of winners in here. But I will emphasize that it isn't just making money. It's not losing big on your losers. By that, I mean, folks, I never let them go to zero. I could count on one hand, probably, the number of trades that I've got that have gone to zero. And if it has, it's because it just opened there. Because what I do is, when an option loses 50% of its value, I take it off. I don't care if I have a bearish bet that the stock is going down and it doesn't, and instead it rises. I cut the loss at 50%. So in other words, I'm cutting my losses, letting the winners run. Now, every once in a while, the winners run spectacularly so well that I couldn't have screwed it up, because normally I would take profits at 100%. So I cut my losses at 50%, take profits at 100%. Now, that has served me well in my 41-year career on Wall Street. But every once in a while, like this one, we get September Amazon decided, you know what, I'm going to buy them. And they did. They stepped in and bought them. Or of course, it hasn't closed yet, but they made their intention to purchase them at $18 a share known. And when they did that, the stock spiked over $17. So the options that were 61, 62 cents went to over $5. And that, bang, my friends, is why we trade options. How about this one? It hasn't stopped. Last Friday, we talked about the AMD July 22nd expiring 80 calls. Well, what happened here? Well, looks like they're up another $1.57 today. And those calls, the right to buy it at 80, are now worth $11. $11. The right to buy it for $80, of course, the right to buy it there. The differential between the strike price, 80, and the price it's trading at, 91, that's $11, folks. Bang. Yet another. And I'm completely out now. If it runs more tomorrow, God bless them. Completely out. As I told you yesterday, I think I was out of 75%. I'm out of all of it now. Affirm worked out okay so far too. Talked about it yesterday. August 30 calls. Affirm, they were buying the August 30s with the stock at 29. Guess what? Stock trades through 30 today, up almost a full dollar. And those options doing better than just $1. You didn't have to spend $29,000 on 1,000 share position to make more money than the $1 or 1,000 you would have made on the stock. Rebellion 2022. Folks, this is going to be going on in Dallas, Texas. Go to marketrebellion.com/Dallas to learn more. Rebellion 2022. We have rooms at the fabulous Four Seasons Hotel and Resort. You can join us. Your significant other can enjoy the pool or the other fun at the resort. It's going to be fabulous. A lot of camaraderie, a lot of time, 2 days, in fact, of live trading, as well as armadillo races, golf matches, barbecue. It is 4 days, the 21st through 24th. Please check it out, marketrebellion.com/Dallas. All right, EVTL. We talked about this one because 1.3 million share equivalent was purchased when it was a $4 stock. Well, guess what? Today, it's an $8 stock, nearly a double on the stock. So if you put $1,000 shares in at 470, you made nearly $4, so $4,000. You know how you did if you did the options? A lot better. So I would encourage you guys to check this out. Vertical Airspace. I talked about them when we saw unusual activity in the pre-market because they had a buyer of 50 of their vertical lift aircraft. And then we saw unusual activity right there at the 470 level in the stock, buying the August 5 calls. And then today it trades to 8 and through $8 a share. Bang. Microsoft also working. It's hard to find one that's not, folks. Microsoft, Mr. Softy, is up almost $2 full from when we got into this trade. So again, 1,000 shares would be $262,000. That's a house. Or you could buy the option spread and make a similar amount of money, because again, 1,000 shares of this would mean that you made $2,000 on your $262,000 investment if you traded stock. But if you traded options, you did much better and you controlled your risk. What was the trade-off? Timing. Options are not one. And if you had a chance to cover your shorts, I'm not saying many of you were in short positions, but for those who were, It opened up $40 in the aftermarket last night, ran to 780 or thereabouts, and then broke all the way back down to being negative on the session. And then, surprise, surprise, it turns around and turns and burns to the upside today, back to almost 790 just moments ago. They bought 7,000 of the 29th of July expiring 850 calls. So 850 calls means, somebody is looking for about a $60 rally out of the stock between now and basically a week and a half from now. That's a big trade. 7,000 is 700,000. September 168 puts. That's a pretty big drop. So somebody thinks we could see a pretty dismal fall for the Russell 2000 because that's what the IWM is. So they step in and buy 70,000 of these puts. Now, folks, that's 7 million share equivalent. 7 million shares of a nearly $200 vehicle. Come on. I mean, that is a big trade. I am on the put side of this one, closer to the money, though, not in those 168 puts. And lastly, guess what? She's back. Peloton. Because yesterday we talked about it when it was $10.80 or something like that. Today, it's not a huge move to the upside, but guess what? They rolled up to the July 12s. Yesterday, it was the 11s. Today, it's the 12s. So what does that mean? That means that they're confident that something happens between now and Friday, and they have rolled up a full dollar to the 12 strike from the 11 strike. Again, big trade, roll up. Love to see that. Bang. All right, folks, that's going to do it for us today. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you tell your friends about it. If somebody's asking, hey, where are Jon and Pete on CNBC? Tell them we're right here. We're right here because we are. Pete's there every day with the take at 10:30 a.m. I am there every day, 3 p.m. Make sure you check it out. Again, share it with a friend. And if you'd like to learn more about trading options, marketrebellion.com/get started for more. That is marketrebellion.com/get started. Bang. See you soon, folks. Have a great night.